We watching. I tried the weirdest diner. I'll try America's weirdest diner.
Did you know there are a ton of weird diners across the US? Like this one, inside of this giant
Yo, that shit look like non-candy valley. I know what I'm talking about.
woman statue. There's even this diner, where the waiters literally perform while they're serving your food. And I plan on visiting them for one specific reason. See, I used to be obsessed with watching Guy Fieri's diners, drive-ins, and dives. But an issue I have with the show is that most of the diners are pretty basic. So I decided, why not visit a few strange ones myself and make my dream episode a reality by finding the weirdest diner in America. So I'm in New York, and behind me is one of the weirdest yet most iconic diners in America, and for a good reason. This is Ellen's Stardust Diner. It's 1950s themed, and they're famous for their singing waitstaff who perform Broadway songs while serving your food. This restaurant
Come on. Is stream lagging? Alright.
definitely fits my criteria for being weird. However, I've never actually been here before, so I have no idea if their food is any good. So let's check it out. So normally on the weekends, there is a huge line to get in this place. I'm talking hours of wait time, but I plan my...
Like, alright chat, be honest. Are y'all waiting hours in line, like, for any restaurant? I know, like, this shit might be fancy and stuff, but, like, an hour low-key crazy. Well, it's actually not that crazy.
Trip accordingly and decided to come here on a Monday morning at 8 a.m. So there's no line. Big brain.
We're gonna be doing a song later too. We're finna react to this first.
Whoa. So despite there not being a line out front, this diner was already full of people. They had the disco ball going and confetti all over the floor. Keep in mind, it's only 8 in the morning.
Nah,
Y'all, this place is crazy. I have never been anywhere this early in the morning with a working disco ball and strobe lights. Now, because this diner was so lively and fun, I was curious to see what they had on the menu, especially because while I visit America's weirdest diners, I plan on ordering the weirdest food options available at each of them. However, before I even got the chance to see what they have, I think a performance is starting, and I don't know if I'm supposed to talk during them. Out of nowhere, a few of the waitstaff hopped up onto this makeshift runway in the middle of the room and began singing. They were all so talented, I'd show you all the entire performance, but YouTube would probably take this video down. So here's just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all think. He said, turn my mic up. Closer. Y'all can hear me better?
There's confetti!
Y'all can hear me better?
Once again, I would like to remind everyone, this is happening at 8 in the morning. They are talented individuals. Okay, now that the performance is over, let me actually take a look at this menu. So
what are y'all even talking
despite there
about?
being so much going on with the rest of the restaurant,
yeah.
the menu was surprisingly pretty basic. It was mostly just your typical diner food, which I wasn't really excited to get, but there was one thing that caught my eye. It's a rainbow bagel.
That should say, it's a, yeah.
And it comes with
16.
And
go back. Let me go back.
it was mostly just your typical diner
16
food, which I
16.50
wasn't really excited to
for a
get, but there
bagel.
was one thing that caught my eye. It's a rainbow bagel.
The prices on here low-key is crazy though. It's just $20 for a sourdough, basically an egg sandwich. For $16.50 for a bagel with cream cheese. Is y'all paying for that, chat?
And it comes with cream cheese and tater tots. That seems like a lot
and
for
tater
in the
tots.
morning, but we'll see if it's any good. Now, I gotta say, one thing I didn't take into account before coming here was how weirdly difficult ordering would be. Because right as I was ready...
What the fuck are you doing?
That's my waitress!
Oh, is this?
She was about to take my order and then had to start singing. I didn't know she sang too. What? But not to worry, when she was done, she immediately came back over to take my order. Thank you, appreciate it. Order has been placed. should be coming out shortly. One thing I can appreciate very heavily about this place is even though it's so early in the morning, everyone working here looks like they're having a blast. I know they might not be because it's still a job, but it's making the entire place feel very friendly and fun, which I appreciate. And just to add on to that, because of how happy everyone looks while performing,
Yeah, this
it does
don't
make
really
waiting
look
for your
like a
food way less boring than at a regular
diner.
restaurant.
It
Our
just feel
waitress
like
kept killing it on the mic. Best one there, in my
just
opinion.
lit in
The
there.
entire
Oh, they
wait
give me,
staff
like,
danced
club
and sang
vibes.
songs from
Some
so many
shit. I
different
don't know.
shows and musicals like Grease, Mamma Mia, and even
Yes, we doing Song
The
Wars
Lion
later,
King.
though. We doing Song Wars later.
The food has arrived. First off, this bagel
Is y'all
is
paying
huge.
$16.50 for
I
this?
can't believe this plate cost me
The
$16.
bagel,
No matter how
exactly.
you look at it, this bagel is 100% overpriced. But
Yes,
since
it's
New
over.
York
The
is
bagel low-key is big, but $16.50
known
for a bagel
their
and tater
bagels,
tots, that don't even go
maybe
together.
It'll be good.
Okay, the first thing I want to point out is that they used a respectable amount of cream cheese. They did not skimp, which I appreciate.
However,
There's literally no point to this being rainbow. It tastes like a regular
Is
bagel.
that
I'll
it's
still eat it,
a
though.
regular
I gotta
ass
say.
bagel
despite
for
the food not being
$16.50
like
though.
amazing, the performances are top tier. So I feel like coming here could be like a cheat sheet into hearing good performances for way less of a price. I did slam the rest of this bagel, watched a few more performances, and for a second there, I thought they were going to make me start singing too, which would have been so bad, but thank God they didn't. With that being said, now that I'm officially done with my meal, it's safe to say that Ellen's Stardust Diner is officially in first place as the weirdest diner
the
I've
first
been
one
to.
you
The
went
next
to.
diners I'm going to will definitely be a lot
But
weirder
I don't
than
think
this
that's
one.
like
The
really a
question
weird
is,
diner.
will
Like
their
it's just,
food also be better?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe I'm tweaking.
Alrighty, y'all. So this next diner is
Everything
a
weird in
time
California
capsule that
is
takes you straight back to the 80s. And apparently, to a fire. Behind me is a Back to the 80s cafe, a little retro 80s themed diner. Now, as far as I
That
know,
give me
food in the
Stranger Things
80s
vibes.
wasn't known for being great. I'm pretty sure everything was mixed in Jello.
shit
Not to mention,
nasty,
it's when
bro. Is
microwavable
y'all
meals
eating that
became
shit?
popular. But the thing is, there's an item on their menu weirder than all of that, and I'm very curious to try it. So I made my way inside, and when I
Michael
walked
Jackson,
through those doors,
Prince.
I instantly felt like I was transported back in time. This place is crazy. They had posters and photos on the wall from old movies, a section dedicated
Nah, that's
to
low-key-
just
that
Star
low-key
Wars,
is cool,
and even
though.
this old
That's-
school
that's cool
gumball
for-
machine.
I was told that I order up at the counter and then I can just sit anywhere I want. But before I do that,
Let me give you all a tour of how weird and wacky this diner is. This right here is nothing. First up, we got some funky tables. They got these funky diner booths.
Yeah, I
a
love
fire
like
truck.
the theme.
Oh, you can't even see me. This
It's
hurts
not
to
a
sit on.
weird-
And there's
well,
even
yeah,
this
maybe it
other
is weird.
dining
It shit-
area
it
that's
seemed
a
cool,
little
though.
funky, but also
it's kind of scary. What is going on here?
Alrighty, y'all. Tour is over, and I found myself a seat at a booth. And I also grabbed one of their menus just so that I can go over everything this place has to offer. When I picked up the menu, I noticed that it looked like an old school comic book,
Giving me
and that a bunch of
Spider-Man
the food
vibes and
options on there were named after iconic
Ghostbusters.
things or people
Yeah,
from
this
the
shit-
80s.
it's cool.
Pretty cool attention to detail. After
this
seeing
diner
all
low-key
that,
is
The
cool.
weirdest thing on this menu has to be the deep fried PB&J.
A deep fried peanut butter and jelly. Is y'all eating that? It seemed like that shit would be like 1,000 calories in like one sitting. That's low-key. It's crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's
That's
good,
right,
though.
It's
I
peanut
don't
butter
know.
jelly time, but deep fried. By default, everything deep fried should be tasty.
but there's really only one way to find out.
Awesome, thank you. The food has been ordered. I'm order number 42. Bam.
While I waited for my food, I noticed they had an
Yeah,
old
they got
school Miss
arcades
Pac-Man
and-
machine, so naturally, I gotta go for the high score. They even gave me 2 quarters to play with. I like this place.
I got so close. The high score is 38,000. I got 18,000.
Honestly, not bad for a first try. I do want to play some more, but my food's ready. I made my way back to the table and quickly realized I may have ordered too much. I got the Doc Brown burger, a milkshake
Doc
with
Brown.
bugles on top.
That don't look. That low-key look. I don't know. I don't think that would be good. That shit low-key look nasty a little bit.
And finally, what everyone's been waiting to see.
The deep fried PB&J.
No, that low-key
Holy
look
cow.
buns.
I don't know about y'all,
Shit, I don't
but
know. Is y'all
I'm
eating
fully
that?
expecting this to hurt my tummy.
First
Is y'all
up, I
eating
wanna
that
try
shit look
this
nasty?
milkshake. Yo, this is fire. I don't know how else to
Guess it's
explain this,
good.
but it doesn't taste like regular milk. It tastes like one made with the milk from a cereal bowl. You know what I'm saying? Cereal
like,
milk. That's the vibe.
yeah.
It's good, man. I don't know.
I tried the Doc Brown burger next, which I'm pretty sure is just a regular cheeseburger, but with a cool name.
It's a thick one though, that's for sure.
Look, it looks
That
slight
tastes
decent,
pretty
slight
good.
decent.
This burger has pepper jack cheese, so it adds a nice little kick, you know, a little extra flavor in there. All of the ingredients, like the vegetables and stuff like that, fresh, which is always a good sign. My only complaint is the patty itself is like a little dry, but overall, pretty decent burger. Now for the grand finale, the deep fried PB&J.
Yeah, I would not eat that.
Just look at that. Wow.
I mean,
Powdered
it looked like
sugar
a
on top.
regular
You can see
peanut
the
butter and jelly, but
jelly just
that shit
oozing
can't
out.
be good for
Ooh.
you.
Sheesh.
Here we go.
Odin Valhalla Rising,
Hell
now
yeah.
available on mobile and PC, exclusively with Google Play Games. Ascend to...
Why am I scared to eat this?
My only question now, how good can this deep fried monstrosity even be?
That is one of the craziest things I've ever eaten. This tastes exactly like what you'd expect it to taste like. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich, deep fried with powdered sugar on top.
I can feel the
I
sandwich
mean, yeah,
in
that
my
basically
face.
is.
And
what it is.
I don't even know how else to describe it. It's good, but I think I'm gonna have to go to the gym and see my dentist immediately after finishing this.
You gotta
I'm
have
done
like
eating.
100 grams
I feel
of
like
sugar
I
in
have
it.
fully experienced the weirdness of this diner. I'm ready for the rankings. Unfortunately, even though I had a great time at the Stardust Diner, the food here was a
Bro,
lot
Ryan,
weirder and also better.
Nah, but I think the second one he just did was better than the first one. Because the first one wasn't really a weird diner. It was just like, I feel like it was just like some cool shit. I don't know.
Good morning, sir.
How's it going?
I'm sleepy. Let me check. Okay, everybody. I am now with my buddy Jim. If you don't remember Jim, he was in the oldest pizza shop video that I did a few months ago.
He always going
And
somewhere, so he
basically,
he actually be traveling.
driving since the next diner
Props on him.
is
He
a
living his dream.
6-hour road trip away. It's in Natchez, Mississippi. And the thing is,
Yeah,
this
he always
diner is
traveling
only
somewhere,
open
fuck.
for around 3 hours a day, which is why we had to leave at 5 a.m. We should be arriving right when they are open for business. So, yeah. Let's hope this drive to this diner is worth it. All right, road trip montage.
Yeah. Now he in Mississippi.
All right, y'all. The map says we are 3 minutes away. I really hope this diner is as weird in person as it looks online. My eyes are peeled, though. Where is it? I'm ready for Jim's reaction, too. We're both so locked in. Where is it? Oh, my God. What?
Yeah, that's the diner he had in the
That's
beginning
where
of the
we're
video.
eating? Ladies and gents,
I think
behind
this
me
one probably
is
gonna be the
Mammy's
best out of
Cover.
all of them
This
he
is
did
the
so far.
weirdest looking diner I've seen
'Cause
in my
it fit with the
entire
theme.
life.
This is the
I don't know
weirdest one
much
so
about
far.
this place, except for the fact that it's pretty obvious anyone who drives by definitely stops to take a photo. But I'm curious if anyone actually stops here just for the food. So let's go eat and find
It
out.
look, I don't know if it's really supposed to look like this, but like shit, it look worn down a little bit. It don't look like it had no business. Like it don't really got no business. Or maybe I'm tweaking. I don't know.
But I feel like the food here is gonna be really good. It has to be. Something's telling me. My spidey senses are tingling.
Is y'all eating in here for? This looks like somebody like not somebody house, but like yeah, it don't look like they really get that much business. They got. I'm not trying to hate on the restaurant stuff. The food might be good though, but I'm going based off like strictly appearance. The floor don't look that like I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, they got like the way they chairs is and stuff.
Great, how are you?
Maybe the place is good. I
Just
don't
for
know.
two.
All right, you'll step right there to the doorway. They'll get you on the table.
Got it. Thank you so much. Wow.
It
So I'm
low
not
key do
exactly
give like
sure
a
how to
homey
properly
feel to it though.
Describe this diner. Outside of saying it kind of feels like I'm inside someone's house.
Yeah, exactly.
They
See,
have old trinkets on the wall for decoration, the most stereotypical southern signs you've ever seen, and also, I just love that you can literally
He is
see
in-
right into the kitchen. So we just got seated, and it turns out on the menu, there's actually some history about this diner. It was built in 1940 and somehow is still owned by the original family. In the past, it's been a gas station, a restaurant, a gift shop, and even a craft center. As of now, it says they're known for their home home-cooked foods, gourmet sandwiches, and delicious homemade desserts, which sound pretty good to me.
What y'all think they
Especially after
serve?
a 6-hour car ride where Jim and I did not eat a single thing.
Anyways, time for me to actually look over the menu. Now, this menu had just about everything you'd expect from a classic diner, with the exception of
This peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Bro, everywhere he go, always got peanut butter and jelly, bro. He just had it at the last place.
Food itself isn't weird.
I've just never seen a place serve a regular PB&J for $7.
Oh, the price is low key. A little
At
bit
least
crazy.
the last
here,
place
but-
deep fried it.
Obviously, I gotta see how good this PB&J is.
See,
However,
he
I don't
always
think
getting
that'll be
it.
enough to fill me up. So I'm also gonna get the Tuesday special, which actually comes with a lot of food.
I placed my order and had to ask my waiter a very important question. Do y'all have a lot of regulars here, or is it people like us?
If it's people like y'all, we'd be out of business.
That's fair. I was honestly pretty happy to hear that, because if they have a lot of regulars, despite being such a weird looking restaurant, the food has to be good. Right? Oh wow, that was very fast.
Y'all, the food has arrived. We got the peanut butter and jelly. Looks pretty good. And right here, we got the Tuesday special.
Yeah, this look like some home cooked food. So that's probably
tomato
like
gravy, some bread, green beans, and
Yeah.
a nice salad. Honestly, I don't think I've ever had meatloaf before, so we'll see how good this is. It cuts pretty nice. Cheers, y'all.
Now maybe this is because I haven't had meatloaf before, but unfortunately this was pretty dry. Also not a huge fan of the sides because they were a little underseasoned. The bread was good though. Jim, what'd you get?
I ended up getting the Reuben, but I replaced the
That
corned
looked
beef
decent,
with
it looked
turkey.
decent.
So
Like,
turkey
slight
Reuben
decent, slight
with
decent.
vegetable beef soup or something like that.
Let's see how good this Reuben is.
That's good.
Jim's sandwich turned out to be a lot better than my meatloaf, but now it's...
Yeah, this low-key just looks like something you can make at home. Like,
I'm sorry.
So this
Oh, no.
PB&J is on sourdough bread, which they actually make in-house.
Oh,
I always
well,
love
they
a place
made
that
a-
makes their own bread.
yeah.
Cheers.
I honestly wasn't expecting much out of this, since it's just a simple PB&J.
why Kamafeen watching
Like, I
people
literally
eat?
ate these when I was 5,
This,
and that's why I
um,
was so confused when I realized...
This Dylan channel, he trying weirdest American diners.
This PB&J is made with crunchy peanut butter, and normally I prefer the smooth kind, but the bread makes it feel so light. Jim, you need to try this. I'm not even joking.
Really? Is it that good?
It's really good.
Yeah, but, yeah, we're gonna do the
I can't
Song
believe we
Wars
drove
after
6
this.
hours here for PB&J.
Jim and I were so full after finishing the rest of our entrees, but there's no way we could leave this diner without getting...
Desserts. You gotta say desserts.
Oh,
3.
desserts. Go ahead, go again.
Desserts. Jim got the banana caramel. Give it a shot.
No, that look decent.
That was good.
Really?
What
Describe
y'all
it.
think, chat?
Describe it. Airy.
Okay.
Seeing Jim react like that to that slice of pie made me even more excited to try mine.
So I got the peanut butter pie. Obviously, if the PB&J is good, this
That's
has
like
to be
the
amazing.
first
Oh, that cuts so nice.
Semi.
Oh
No,
my
not semi
gosh.
decent.
Cheers,
Like
y'all.
the first
I wonder
good
if this
thing
pie alone
he really
will be
had.
worth the 6-hour drive just
Based
to
off
get
the
here.
looks. Now they do get customers though. I didn't think that really got that much based off
This is amazing.
the way it had looked at first.
The pie's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's rich, decadent. Oh my lord. So we've officially finished our meals. The pies were definitely the highlight. And now
Yes.
that we're done,
It's
Yeah.
about that time where I'd normally
I'm not
rank
gonna lie,
this
I would
diner,
put that
but
one at
there's
first
an
based
issue.
off the looks.
What's up, y'all? It's future Dylan here, currently editing right now. So obviously this video is about weird diners, and the restaurant I was just at is most definitely weird, which is why I showed it to y'all in the first place. However, I did
Look
more
the
research,
weirdest
and
from
it turns out this
outside.
diner has a very problematic past. I didn't know about this before coming here, especially since this place has 4.2 stars on Google. I honestly just thought it was weird looking, but after learning a little bit more about it, I just can't possibly recommend nor condone this place, which is why this diner is getting completely
What y'all
disqualified
think?
from my rankings.
What y'all
With that
think?
being said,
What y'all think the problematic thing about it was? I don't think he gonna tell us. What y'all think? It probably was like, I don't know.
on to the next one. So I'm back in the South, specifically in Red Fork,
gonna see if they say
Oklahoma.
in the
Behind
comments.
me is a diner known as Ollie's Station. This diner
Everyone
is
should
train
know
themed.
about
It was
that.
founded in
The
1983,
thing
and
on-
according to a few sources
myself.
online, just their
I kept
train
the diner
collection
video.
alone
I
is
personally
insured
don't
for over
believe it's the best. They completely remove
$750,000. I've only seen a
more
few
things.
photos online
and
of
they
the
consider
interior, but
problematic.
from
I
what I
think
can tell, they go
to
really hard on the
showcase
decorations.
that's
So
why
I'm
the
very
video
excited
more.
to check it out.
I don't want to
thought
bring
this was
hate
pretty
towards
funny,
people
all things
working at the diner
They built
either.
this right
I
next
don't
to
know
an
them
old railroad
personally.
track. I made my way
Wait.
into the diner.
I don't know them personally. And they were very nice to me while I was there. I disqualified them from the rankings simply because it wasn't a place I personally want to promote. However, I don't think keeping them in the video equates to promoting them. So what y'all think it really did? What y'all think the problematic stuff about it was? Oh, as a black woman, when I first heard you was talking about Mama's Cupboard Diner, still exists today. Ugly history in the words. I was wondering about Mama's Cupboard. Mom. Hey, Mom, it's a black slave who. Oh, so yeah, the R word.
And couldn't believe my eyes when I realized how many trains are actually inside this building. They got small
Nah, that's
trains,
crazy.
big trains, trains on the wall. And you see this right here? That is an active railroad.
Taking a stand for investors. Everyone says it. Vanguard does it.
I'll show you what I mean. This place literally has an active train on a little railroad track that moves along the ceiling around this entire restaurant.
Yo, I don't really even love trains like that, but this is so cool to me for some reason.
Now, I did just get the menu, and after looking at it for a second, from what I can tell, all of the options look pretty normal, like your traditional diner. But one thing that I've never seen before is that along with this traditional menu, this diner is also a buffet. Y'all know how much I love buffets. It also only costs like $12, which is a crazy deal, so it's pretty obvious that's what I gotta get.
Awesome, appreciate it. Another reason I gotta pay for the buffet option is because it actually lets me walk around the entire restaurant, which means I get to look at some of the cool trains they have. I'm gonna go do that now.
I got up and made my way over to some of the trains they had on display, and they were
Now
actually
this-
really
now this-
cool to look at.
Dude, look at this replica
Yeah,
city.
this actually slight decent. This
And
cool.
look,
This cool.
A train. The train moves. So I guess this is a replica train from the 1800s. I don't know much about trains, but if they look like that, it's pretty cool.
Did
Now
I
that got
change
my
the
train
name of the
fixed out of
train?
way, it's time for a buffet tour.
Here we got
Oh, yeah, I
the
did.
plates, a little salad bar, and over here, we got all of the hot stuff.
Honestly, there's not a ton of options, but all the food looks really good and is warm. So, should be good. I'm expecting good things.
Yeah, this the last one of the video.
The food has
How that
been
look like
acquired.
some actually decent soul
Honestly, y'all,
food?
this
Would y'all
plate
eat that
smells
shit?
So good. You want to see what I got? Because I'm about to show you.
I got some mashed potatoes, rice, a few hush puppies, cornbread,
I don't
and a
really like
beautiful
hush
piece
puppies.
of
That's the
fried chicken.
thing.
Just listen
Y'all
to the
rocking with
crunch.
hush puppies?
That sounds beautiful. Now, just like at all the other diners, I was looking for the weirdest food option available, but there wasn't one. All of the food was pretty normal, but honestly, that kind of makes me feel like the food itself will taste a lot better. I had to try the mashed potatoes first because while I was up getting food, this old lady made it a point to repeatedly tell me,
These are real potatoes.
Gotcha, okay.
Those are real potatoes.
I'm not
Real
really sure I
potatoes.
understand because I don't know how you can make mashed potatoes without real potatoes. But cheers.
wait, these mashed potatoes are crazy. Maybe I've been eating fake potatoes my entire life, but I've never had mashed potatoes this like silky and smooth. The gravy's perfectly salted.
Yeah, look,
Holy
yeah.
cow.
So far, Ollie's Station is off to a very good start. Try the rice. Okay. Also good. I think what I'm the most impressed with so far is how well seasoned the food actually is. It's not undersalted.
Yeah,
it's not
low-key, definitely
oversalted.
look
I was
good.
expecting the food to be
I would low-key
tasty,
eat
but
there,
I wasn't
though.
expecting this. I guess it does explain why they have such a high rating on Google.
Next, I tried the hush puppies. I don't normally like hush puppies, but these are good. They're so crunchy, doughy, and pillowy on the inside, and they're kind of like sweet and salty.
Now how the
My only
cornbread
complaint so far
tastes.
is that the cornbread is a little dry. Could be better. Now that I'm done with the sides, it's time to try what I've been the most excited for.
This beautiful piece of fried chicken. Some people might question my fried chicken knowledge. However, I did film a video with my buddy Joshua where we just rated fried chicken all day, so I think I know my stuff. Color-wise, the skin is a perfect golden brown, and you already heard the crunch. So without further ado, let's see if this tastes just as good as it looks.
It look decent.
So
That's
normally at
that's
buffets, if you
actually
see chicken,
a good
it's
piece of
usually
chicken.
dry. However, this still got some juice. The seasoning's pretty basic. I think it's just salt, pepper, and some garlic. It's still crunchy despite being set out for who knows how long. Skin on it is crazy.
After clearing my plate, I had to go back to the buffet for some dessert. The lady that I was speaking to earlier also recommended I get the peach cobbler. She was very right about the potatoes, so ba-bam.
I don't really
It's hot.
Che, y'all like peach cobbler? I don't really like it like that. It's
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I don't
how
know.
else to describe this. Somehow it's like sweet, but also savory. I think it's the cinnamon. I don't know if that makes sense.
Regardless, it was so good. Now, one thing I do want to mention, this is totally because I'm filming, but my waitress was super nice and randomly brought me a gigantic slice of chocolate pie. And I mean gigantic. This is the
Yo,
size
that
of my
shit's
face.
huge.
We got a heaping pile of meringue.
No,
with
it's
some
all
chocolate
the- it's
chips,
like-
a nice layer of crust, and of course the actual pie.
I am super thankful for this since it looks delicious.
like
and
25%
on a sign
pie.
Out front, it says all of the desserts are homemade. However, any restaurants, if you see me, please do not feel obligated to give me free food. I will just pay for it. But with that being said, let's try this pie.
I think I got everything. No, I didn't. Okay, I got everything this time. Cheers. Oh my god. Third time's a charm. Cheers. Oh my gosh. I need this chocolate pie recipe. I promise I'm not just saying this because they were nice and gave this to me for free.
This pie is crazy good. The chocolate's not too sweet, it's not super dense. I was a little concerned about how much meringue was on here at first, but it's so light, it basically just vanishes. And the chocolate chips add a nice little texture change. I knocked out the rest of this delicious pie, then paid the bill, which means, ladies and gents, my diner experience is officially complete, and now that I've been to the weirdest diners I could find, the votes are in. I have decided that America's best weird diner is...
The train station. Not gonna lie, my personal favorite one had to be the Back to the 80s one, just because like the style of it felt like it fit the theme more to me. And then the train station in second. This just felt like a regular diner, not a regular diner, but it just felt like they were just lit, like some party stuff. But now we finna move on to the next segment.